So this is our setup in the hallway of OVR's office. Imagine this being in Palmer Museum, and we have below each of our exhibits a brick of sorts, an indicator for a cane to find and then position the Palmer Museum exhibitor in the appropriate place to view the piece of art against the wall. Susan's holding the iPad with the LookTel Recognizer application up, and we're going to go through the process of finding what we think would be a good solution for finding the art squaring up against the wall to have an effective experience independently in this Palmer Museum. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to simulate using a cane, tracking the wall, finding the brick, and finding then the pad in which to stand on to orient your body to looking at the piece of art on the wall and having the message that we pre-recorded being announced. So this is our setup video of how this should go. We can adapt the museum to have a similar experience, we think. And so the next video will be in regards to creating the content itself and creating the experience that our students would have. So this video describes the process that we would use to actually get all of the pieces of art in the exhibit that we would have the students go through imported into this application called LookTel Recognizer, which is what the students would use to independently navigate the Palmer Museum's exhibit. And this is the method we'd use to adapt it. So on this iOS device, we have LookTel Recognizer. Susan's going to go through the process of taking a photo of this piece of art, and it's going to prompt her to provide an audio description of that, which would be played and triggered by the student using this application and queuing up against the wall in a fashion that we'll show you, and using this device to actually trigger the announcement of the description for this piece of art. So I'm going to get us to
Library, capture image.
Okay, double tap there, Susan.
Capture image. Record your description after the beep.
White Cane Safety Day poster created by graphic artist Justin Laffey. Graphics include a pedestrian using a white cane and White Cane Safety Day, October 15th, 2015, Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry and Pennsylvania Department of Transportation.
Description saved.
Great. So it saved that description. We would go ahead and we would do this for each of the other pieces of art in our exhibit. And then in the next video, we'll show you exactly how a user would potentially be able to independently navigate Palmer Museum using the little bit of adaptations we made to our pseudo exhibit here. So stay tuned. Okay, so we just did all the work of using the LookTel Recognizer application to accompany a photo we took of a piece of art in the exhibit with an audio description. We have the adaptations on the ground. They're very simple. You notice there's some type of tactile, not movable object beneath the piece of art that someone would find with their cane, trailing the wall perhaps, and once found would square up with the wall by finding this tactile mat to stand on at the appropriate distance away from our piece of art that we want our student to be able to recognize. And so what Susan's going to do is end up tracking the wall till she finds this, square up against the wall, put her cane at her side, and using her iOS device, which has the database of images we've pre-recorded, she's going to be independently accessing this piece of art with her device. So go ahead, Susan.
White Cane Safety Day poster created by graphic artist Justin Laffey. Graphics include a pedestrian using a white cane and White Cane Safety Day, October 15th, 2015, Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry and Pennsylvania Department of Transportation.